Mom, I'm like, I just felt something, like it tried to wake me up, and as soon as I woke up, like it ran into the closet. So I received this call, and again, it was like 2 in the morning, right? He just goes like, so I was just like, hi everyone, thank you for watching and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another one of my creepy story times that I was actually like thinking about this, I think about 2 days ago. Like, I don't know why it just came up to my mind, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't talked about this. So I was like, I'm gonna talk about it while I get ready to just like start my day. Just a little simple glam, nothing major, just like a little, you know, just to be in the house. Where am I gonna go? Like, I got cooking, cleaning, and all these chores to do, and stuff to move around and whatnot. So yeah, you guys, excuse the mess back there. Like, I need to like organize everything right now. But yeah, I have a little creepy story time for you guys. So if you guys want to know about this little creepy story time, just please keep watching. So as I had mentioned in one of my previous videos, I think it was like the previous story time I had made, I told you guys that my mom and I used to live in a garage at one point, and I also told you guys that she was pretty much gone most of the time, and I was pretty much just by myself. Now, I wasn't really like by myself because like who we were renting with, the lady was like really good friends with my mom, because they had already known each other, for the fact that we would always pass by there when my mom would walk me to school in the mornings. And so this was, we're talking about when I used to go to elementary. And so my mom would always see like her and her husband, like, you know, getting ready to take the kids to school and stuff like that. So my mom was a very friendly person. Like, she makes friends very easily, and I feel like that's like a God-given talent, honestly, because I'm not really friendly. Like, I'm not as friendly as people say I am. I think of more like I'm just polite. Like, I'm not friendly. Like, I don't go out of my way to talk to people, but I am polite, you know. And so my mom would always see them, so they pretty much knew already. So by the time that we were renting, I was already in middle school, and they pretty much were kind of close. So when my mom would leave to work, she would leave around 4 p.m. and she would let you know, our landlord know that, you know, she was leaving or whatever. So they would pretty much keep an eye on me and make sure like I didn't do anything dumb or anything like that. But honestly, I really don't remember how that worked out, because like I would go out too. Like, I wouldn't go out doing anything bad, but like I would go to my best friend's house and just pretty much chill there the whole day. So I feel like they just like knew that I was a good girl. They knew like I wasn't really gonna do anything bad, so they pretty much trusted me as much as my mom did, which I'm very grateful for, because I never give them any reason not to. And so by the time that we moved in, like I said, I was already in middle school, right? And so my mom will leave around 4 p.m, 5-ish sometimes, because she used to work in newspaper. I think at first she worked in Los Angeles Times, and then she worked in Tribune. So you guys know that usually those are graveyard shifts. Like, you start late and you leave like, I don't know, at 4 in the morning sometimes. Like, that's just the way it was, you know, because, you know, they were pretty much working on whatever was gonna be sent out next, you know, like for news and whatnot. By the way, that was dominatrix on my eyebrows. Like, I will open it for you, but God knows how many times like I've dropped it. It looks raggedy as it is, and I fixed it about 5 times with like glycerin alcohol, and it keeps breaking. It's just like, I think it's like one of his first batches, so they weren't as great as like the new batches. Anyways, so as I mentioned, I would pretty much hang out with my friend just for the fact that I just didn't want to be by myself at home. Remember, I told you guys on my previous video, like I keep talking about my previous video because like I feel like it's important for you guys to be updated so you guys can connect everything. So if you haven't watched my previous story time, I suggest you do so. It's also awesome. But I would really try to like avoid being at home the most time possible, just for the fact that I really didn't like to be alone. Like, I don't know, like I got used to it afterwards, but in the beginning, like I didn't like to be alone. And so I tend to be at my best friend's house, and so I would just pretty much live there. Honestly, just spot concealing with the Dior Fix It concealer stick in medium sand. It's really cool because it has like a hydrating part, and then it has like the concealer. It's pretty cool, nice for like spot concealing on the daily. So I was gonna pretend like it didn't happen, but like I'm raging right now because I was drinking a green tea matcha latte from Starbucks, and it freaking fell and it broke all over my floor, and it's just there spilled, and I just put like my husband's t-shirt on top, but you won't tell, right? So as I was saying, I would spend most of my time with my in my best friend's house. But I mean, you can only stay so much like in somebody's house. She really didn't have any rules for the fact that there was pretty much no grown-up there, only like her grandma and her grandpa, but like they weren't really on it. Like they were really old and they really didn't care. And my best friend lost her mom like when she at birth, so like she didn't have a parent, and her dad was working all the time. So like I would stay most of the time like there. The only person there that was like, you know, with authority was her big brother, but he was totally quiet and cool with me. Like he didn't care, you know, if I was there. But I mean, you can only stay so much at someone's house. So eventually I had to go home. So again, my mom would leave like really late. She would leave like at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and sometimes she wouldn't come home until like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5, almost 6 sometimes, because she didn't have a car, so she would have to like get a bus to, you know, get herself back home. And so even though my mom was like not really home, like she would still call me like at the house or in her little garage. Like she would still call me, making sure that like I wasn't doing anything bad, or I was pretty much most of the time at home. Now she knew that if I wasn't answering, it's most likely because I was with my best friend. She knew her like by heart. Like she saw her as another daughter, honestly. Like that's how close we all were. So she really didn't mind. But then she would call my best friend's phone number, because I gave her her phone number. Obviously she had to know where I was. And so she would call me like in the afternoon, and then she would call me again like at midnight, because the rule was you can be on your best friend's house, but by, you know, before it hits dark, you have to be getting yourself back home. Obviously I didn't drive. I was a teenager, and well, my best friend didn't have anybody there to drive me, so I had to make sure I walked my butt home before it started getting dark. And so I always did. I honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, like I always obeyed my mom. Like I never try to go against her. She was such a hardworking woman, and she was always like, she was never home because she was working so hard. But I can only imagine how hard that was for her, for the fact that like she didn't get to spend time with her daughter. Not just that, but she had to work her butt off on a graveyard shift to make ends meet. So I really respected her so much. It wasn't because I was scared of her, because my mom is such a great person that she never like hit me or beat me or anything. But you know, I just couldn't do that to her. Like I couldn't take advantage of her trust and then like, you know, do things I wasn't supposed to be doing until one day. But that's another story time. Anyway, so she would call me 2 times, once in the afternoon and then once at like 2, 3 in the morning. Like she wouldn't care. Like she'll wake me up, she just want to make sure I was home, you know. And just so you know, a little background, like background of where I lived, I never ever experienced anything paranormal there. Like I never heard anything, saw anything. I never anything. If I was ever scared, it's because I most likely watched a scary movie and I pretty much did it to myself, you know. But I was never scared. There was never any reason for me to be scared. And again, it was the garage, you guys. It was fixed like a studio, but it was the garage. So like I was like 1 door away from like where the person that we were renting. And like I said, they were very kind, loving people. So if I were to tell them I was scared, they'll most likely let me stay like in their living room or something until my mom came home. So I was pretty much like, I never felt like I was like alone, but at the same time I still felt like kind of alone, because like nobody was really there. But I never got to experience anything. Like I never saw anything, heard anything for me to be like, oh, like yeah, like, and I had been here, you know. Like honestly, to keep it 100 with you guys, never really saw anything, never got to experience anything until this one day. This specific day, it was just like any other day, honestly. I had probably came home by like 8 o'clock. Probably made myself some dinner, watch some TV. Usually I would watch like my favorite novelas or something, like to put me to sleep. But I would like always sleep with the TV on. Well, I would sleep with the TV on and the lights on. I really never liked the dark. It's not that, I don't want to say I'm not scared, but honestly, like I've never really liked to sleep in the dark. I'm just not a fan of the dark. But it's also because like ever since I was little, my mom always taught me, you know, that it's being in the dark is not really good. Like try not to be in the dark. I really don't know what she meant by it, but ever since I was little, like we would always go to sleep. Even in Mexico, we would always go to sleep with like those little night lamps, like the ones that you just plug in. And my mom used to have one. I remember when we were in Mexico, my mom used to have one like on the wall. There was like this long ass cable, and she would like connect it there, and that was like our little night light, you know. But but I would sleep with the TV on and the light on, or at least like the light on, you know, like usually the light on or the TV on if I felt brave, pretty much. So just another regular day, just going home, making myself dinner and just calling it a day. And I remember this specific day I was sleeping with the lights on and I think the TV was off. Yeah, I remember I was just sleeping with the lights on and the TV was off. And so she had called me. It was, I don't know, about 3 in the morning. And so, oh, you guys, like I was sleeping. I remember like this specific day, like I was sleeping and I don't know, like I felt something. I don't know how to explain it. Like I really don't know how to explain it. What I saw and what I felt as if somebody was trying to wake me up. As if I was sleeping and somebody was trying to wake me up, okay? Now, as soon as I woke up, whatever was trying to make me wake up or whatever was like, I don't know, trying to catch my attention, I felt like it ran into the closet, okay? At this point, at this very moment, at the same time that this is happening, the phone is ringing. This is 3 in the morning, you guys. The phone is ringing, okay? So while all this is happening, the phone is ringing. So before I answered the phone, because I mean I heard the phone ring, but like I was so scared about what I just like felt and saw that I was like, I remember like I was just staring because it ran into the closet, and the closet didn't have a door. Like it was just like an open closet. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just an open closet. It didn't have a door. So I was like, because you know you wake up out of nowhere, so you're like between sleepy and between woke and between scared, so you're just like all these emotions are like happening all over like at the same time. And so I remember like I was like staring straight into the closet, like I was just like staring straight into there. And then like my clothing, because it was like my jeans and everything was like folded into a hanger, and my clothing, like all of it just started doing this. And then like I said, like I was in between sleepy and like scared and just I was just waking up out of nowhere, and I was just like staring into it, and I just like was in disbelief and like trying to like capture what just happened and trying to like cope with what just happened. And I was like that, and then like I realized the phone is ringing, you know, the phone is ringing. So I answered the phone like real quick. It was my mom, and she's telling me, she goes, hi, she goes, were you sleeping? I'm like, yeah, of course I was sleeping, you know what you mean. Lately I've been liking like the little blush in the center of the nose. I think it looks like really cute. I'm like answering the phone like all panic, you know, and she asked me like, oh, were you sleeping? I'm like, yeah, I was sleeping. I'm like, mom, I'm like, I just felt something like it tried to wake me up, and as soon as I woke up, like it ran into the closet. And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, like it just ran into the closet. Like it woke me up as the phone was ringing, and it ran into the closet. And she goes, well, what did you see? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it was this thing, I don't know, like it just like, I don't know, like it was as if it was trying to tell me that the phone was ringing and I'm sleeping, and it tried to wake me up, and as soon as I woke up and I saw it, it ran into the closet. Now, of course, she told me, you're delirious, you probably because you were sleepy, I don't know, like you were just seeing things. She goes, it's probably because you're sleepy, you know, you probably saw. I'm like, no, like it woke me up. Like I like the phone ring did not wake me up. It was whatever was like touching me or trying to get my attention that woke me up. Like it wasn't the phone ring. I know, so you know, like you know when you know. That was some fetish on my cheeks and lids, by the way, and it's gonna go on my lips right now as soon as I apply the Chanel lip balm that I've been so obsessed with lately. It's just a clear lip balm. It has shea butter, and it really keeps it moist, especially right now with like this crazy weather, how like it's hot and cold. Like it just, you know. Of course, I couldn't go back to sleep. The heck no. So I pretty much like stood awake, and I really didn't know what to think of it. I was just really scared. Like I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to like start thinking that it might be haunted or anything like that. Like I said, things had never happened to me before. Now, as I was thinking this over, like more and more images came to my head, and what I want to say I saw, or what I remember seeing, was kind of like, oh man, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but it was, for sure, it was like a spirit of a little boy, for sure. Like, I don't know, of a 5-6 year old, something like that. For sure, that's what it was. But you guys gonna think it crazy. I don't know if like as I saw it, it was like fading away when it ran into the closet. I'm not sure. but how I saw it is pretty much like from the waist up, and the rest of it was like faded, like it, like I don't know, I want to say almost like Casper, kind of like, you know how Casper is like, you know, from the waist up it's like you can see everything, but like down it's just like that little squiggle. Well, it wasn't like a little squiggle, it was just like faded, as if, like, I don't know how to explain it, man, but it was like faded, you know. And like I said, it's like if it just like ran into the closet, like if it just like not ran, it's as if it would just like floated or like flew into the closet. And again, I was staring like firmly at the closet because I was in disbelief, like I couldn't believe what I just saw, like what my eyes just saw. And as I was staring again, like I saw the clothing like go like that, like I don't know, you guys, I don't know. Now after that, like I honestly never got to see anything else. Like I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, ever since then, like then these things started happening. Now honestly, I didn't get to see anything else, but that one night, like that specific night, that happened. Now again, I wanna think of myself as a good person, and when I was a teenager, as you can tell, I got messed over so much time because of how naive I was. So honestly, I didn't mean any harm towards anyone. I didn't act on a harmful way towards anyone. I've always been that person who just pretty much minds her own business and just does her, and am never trying to do things I'm not supposed to be doing, and that's since I was little. So there's nothing that I owed where like, oh, like I don't know, maybe bad spirits were trying to teach me a lesson. I don't know if that's even making any sense now, but usually like when evil things follow you around, it's sometimes because like, I don't know, you're in the wrong place or whatever, but a lot of the times is because, well, it's you're attracting them because of like the evilness you might have yourself in you, and so you attract them. And so I was never a bad kid, and I was never a rebellious teenager. The most I ever did was talk back. But did I ever do anything like dumb, like things I wasn't supposed to, like drugs, or like, you know, being places I wasn't supposed to, or anything? No, I never did, honestly. I was a good girl. I honestly never saw anything afterwards or anything like that. Like I said, I told my mom what happened, and she pretty much discarded as, you know, it was probably because you were sleepy, you woke up sleepy. And I'm like, no, that's the thing, it's not like I woke up sleepy and like I saw, like I had that vision afterwards. No, it was like this thing, whatever this was, who woke me up, and as soon as he woke me up, he went into the closet. Now he wasn't scary. I don't know what kind of 6-year-old he was, but he wasn't scary. I want to say he was like a nice little boy. Like he was just trying to like make. I would say that it was like a super boy. Maybe, because he pretty much saved me from getting in trouble with grandma. Because he was fast. Yeah. Yeah. And then he just covers himself really fast. I think he was super boy. We'll call him Super Boy then. Well, what do you think? Yeah, I think he was a little super boy. Yep. If I think about it now, honestly, it's not like it was something like evil that was trying to like, I don't know, it's not like it's not, I don't feel like it was anything evil trying to harm me. I feel like for real, like it was like the spirit of a little boy. And you know, little boys, like especially that age range that I saw, it was like a 5 or 6-year-old. They're pretty scared of getting in trouble. And I don't know, you guys, it might have been like a little boy spirit that had been living there for years, but it just never revealed itself because, well, it's at peace, you know. I mean, I don't know if that's how it was, but I didn't feel like it was anything evil. Like I said, like usually around that age range, like they're scared of like getting in trouble, like, oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I feel like it was more like he was trying to like advise me, and he was trying to tell me like, your mama is calling you, like if you don't answer the phone, you're gonna be in trouble because she's gonna think that you're not home. Or so, I don't know, you know. I feel like it was more like that rather than he was trying to scare me, because it didn't seem like he was trying to scare me. Like I said, if this spirit was trying to scare me, I feel like I would have seen more things or experienced more things, especially like I said, because I was like alone most of the time, so it was like the perfect chance, you know. So I don't feel like it was anything like that. Now, the most I ever got to experience like that was creepy, once I moved in, we moved back with my sister. One time, I think it was like 2 in the morning, dude. It was like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, and my mom and I were sleeping in the same bed. And I remember like I was like on the opposite side, like on the like you know, like I remember I was like on the opposite side of the bed or something like that. And I received a call. At that time I think it had like, I don't know, like those flip phones, like Virgin moves, I don't know. So I received this call, and again it was like 2 in the morning, right? And I was like annoyed because like there's something that I dislike with all my heart, is somebody waking me up that late. Like I dislike it. And you know what, I usually offer my friends, when I have a true friendship with you, I usually tell you, like, if you ever need anything, even if it's at midnight, 2 in the morning, you need to talk, you can call me, you know. Now I only give that authority to specific friends, only the special ones. Now if you're a random person, you call me at 2 in the morning, I'm gonna be very irritated. And so this person, or whatever it was, called me at 2 in the morning. And in the beginning I kind of thought it was like that guy I was crushing on, the one that messed me over with my best friend. That's another story time that I have already, check it out. But I don't know why I thought it might be him, but no, it wasn't him, because why would he call? He wouldn't call me, you know. He would never call me. If anything, he would randomly text me. He would never call me. So at the beginning I thought, but then his voice sounded like creepy-ish, and I knew it wasn't him. But anyways, he told me in Spanish, he goes, are you sleeping already? And I was like, yeah, like I think anyone will be sleeping at this time. Like I remember I was like speaking in such a low irritated voice. And he goes, and I said, who are you? I'm like, who is this? And he goes, who do you think I am? Like he says it in a very creepy voice, dude. And I remember I was just like trying to be like kind of like a jerk, like just, I don't know, just to be stupid. And I was like, a demon? Like I remember I was like in Spanish, like a demon. And he laughs in like this like the most creepy way, and he hangs up.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
He just goes like so I was just like, okay. I just went back to sleep and hugged my mom harder and just like try to discard it and go back to sleep. Now after that, like nothing really ever happened. Nobody really ever called me again. I'm not sure what this person was or who it was. I've never gotten those kind of prank calls before, honestly, but that's like the second creepy thing that ever happened to me, like after I moved out of there. I really don't know what happened. I don't have an explanation. The number wasn't available. Like there was no, of course there was no number. I think it was like private or something, so of course I would have called it back. But yeah, you guys, so so I really hope you guys enjoyed this little mini creepy story time. It wasn't like a whole lot, but it was something that happened, and it was very creepy. It creeped me out. It left me creeped out for like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks probably. I couldn't go to sleep. I probably had like the lights and the TV on like for now, from that point forward, for sure. Stay tuned for more story times. I'll be coming up with more and more and more. I have a lot of them, you guys. Like especially right now, like I'm not really like inspired to be doing makeup in front of camera right now. Honestly, I feel like a lot of us are not inspired, but story times, I got them. But you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little mini story time while I got ready to start my day. And yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Please be safe, take care, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.